Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, a comic astrologer, and I'm going to talk about the effects of the symbolical fight between the Saturn and the Uranus in 2022. Those people will feel these effects the most whose horoscope has something relevant around the 18 and 20 degrees in the fixed signs. From the 4th of June till the 22nd of October, the planet Saturn is retrograde again. It is stepping back from the 25th degree of Aquarius till the 18th degree, while the tension-bringing, energizing 90-degree aspect, the quadrat, will come into being in autumn. The Saturn is the ruler of karma, the symbol of boundaries, structures, stability, responsibility, rationality, traditions, and the wise master. If you work hard, the gift from your inner Saturn is yours forever. The life experience and knowledge are persistent. You never lose what you had learned. You bring it for the next lives too. The Uranus is the symbol of freedom, independence, sudden realizations, unexpected turns, explosive changes, reforming and shaping a future, humanity, collective goals and free will. The symbolic fight of Saturn and Uranus began in December last year around 8 and 12 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus. That was the most accurate on the 24th of December at the 11th degree, and its effects could be felt till the end of January. Since then, we can say they had a lunch break to get us time to rethink our issues, in what and where we should take more responsibilities, wedding to something in the long term, or getting rid of our bad habits or self-destroying beliefs. Those people who will have Saturn return, quadrat or opposition this year because the Saturn is between 18 and 22 degrees in fixed signs in their natal chart, they can be enraged by that kind of life experiences during which they will able to put their burden and discomfort down, reform their life path and destiny. Stepping out their comfort zone, they can get new kind of success that create a whole new reality for themselves. When the Uranus aspects the Saturn in any way, the one is going to be shaken up and woken up to change his or her rigid, anxious, pessimist side into a hopeful one. It is a very important question that whether you control or suffer from your fate, especially where the Saturn is in your natal chart or where it is just passing through. When you analyze the Saturn in your chart, you have to think that over what the Saturn represents in your life. What does it mean to you? Is it a symbol of diligence, endurance, master, teacher, partner, laws, physical bond, confines, boundaries, or self-hurting contents? Where are you so strict and hard to yourself? Where are you not able to forgive yourself if you make a mistake? The connecting Uranus has exactly the same questions to relax our rigid attitude in some area, even in that case if the aspect is quadrat, because it can energize you. You have to do something, and that's all. If you have been too circumstantial, you will be forced to relax, because the time is never comes back, and being the victim of the circumstances is unprofitable, especially from a karmic point of view. The Uranus as an archetype is questioning everything. It wants to get rid of everything. Its goal is independence, and if the archetype is traumatic, like it is retrograde and gets a fixed quadrate from the Saturn, the one is supposed to solve the dilemma of defenselessness and independence. The fate-forming effects of the desire for freedom is increasing around 31st of July when the Uranus meets the North Node in Taurus. If you have something important in your natal chart here and at the 18th degrees of any sign, you can use your free will to force your way in that life area. What's more, the Mars is also joining the Uranus. That means definite free will for you. You will be able to control your life. The transcendent celestial escorts are the following: Asteroid Artemis, Greek goddess of the hunt, forest, and the moon. She was the daughter of Zeus and Leto and twin sister of Apollo. Her Roman equivalent is Diana. The symbol of the asteroid is desire for freedom, independence, intention to win the world and yourself in any way. That means be better all the time. Niobe is the symbol of painful life events. The message of this asteroid is that If you fail to solve something in your past, you don't have to give it up because you have become stronger since then. On the other hand, if you have much more achievements and success than others, don't be a boaster. You never know what happens later. Lancelot, the symbol of heroic, chivalrous deeds, the message of which is to become the brave hero of your life story. Veritas, the Roman goddess of truth, honesty, and universal truth, supports us to speak out what is formulated in our souls. In one thing with Artemis, it signs that the truth is always wins sooner or later. From the 4th of August, the Saturn and the Uranus are starting to reach each other with a 90-degree aspect, especially because of the Mars on the 7th and the 8th of August, when it will have quadrate from the Saturn. The effect is intensifying, so the aspect will be exact the most in the beginning of October, around 19 and 18 degrees. The effects of that will be recognizable till the 30th of October. You will exactly know what you are fed up with and what things you don't want to let other people do anymore, because they just make them worse. Sometimes there is no need to the new one when it is worse than the traditional one. Everything can be questioned. You believed as your reality. The reasons and the explanations are in the retrograde terms. The Saturn is retrograde from the 4th of June till the 22nd of October, and the Uranus is retrograde from the 24th of June till the 23rd of January 2023. That means between 24th of August and 22nd of October, both of them will be retrograde while they are keeping the 90-degree distance. The quadrate aspect will be the most accurate in the second half of September, and from December they will say goodbye to each other for a while. When a planet is retrograde, energies works mainly inside. Your past pulls you back when a life theme is repeated, which has a cause and purpose. You have to solve it, step in it, get to know it, process it, and put it in its right place on the shelf of your life. Something comes back that refers to your self-confidence, inner fears, desire for freedom, and your own creativity. Especially around the 18 and 21st degrees in fixed sign and the corner houses, but if you have Saturn Uranus quadrate in your natal chart, you will definitely sense the two planets dance. For example, who were born in 1976 and 77, the Saturn moved in Leo around the 8 and 22 degrees, but if you have Saturn in Leo around the 10 and 12 degrees in your natal chart, you have the Uranus in Scorpio around 9 and 11 degrees, so their challenging period was in December last year. And if you have the Saturn around the 18 and 20 degrees in your horoscope, you will have to solve a task in connection with responsibility and independency in autumn this year. But before that, there will be a Saturn quindecile aspect as well that brings strong determination, obsession, or intensive motivation them to be more successful in some way. The dilemma of free will versus self-sabotage stay a homework for everyone because the lazy suffers twice, so it is better to take your responsibilities than waiting for the big nothing or someone, because no one can solve your life instead of you. Nobody knows better what you need than you. The Uranus in Taurus is about freeing your soul, observing and appreciating the real values in life, building your future and thinking about others too, because if you go on the wrong side, Saturn will warn you. And the karma wheel continues to spin. In those horoscopes, there is a quintile aspect between the Saturn and the Uranus. Their hidden talent comes from their past lives, and their special gift is combined with self-discipline, unusual and extraordinary ideas. Next time, the Saturn and the Uranus meets with quintile aspect during the spring of 2023 that happened during in 1977 and 79 as well. That generation who can use their past life experiences in a very special way, they must be talented in something that these two planets rule in their natal chart. One more thing for the astrology learners. It is worth checking out the declinations as well, because the extreme declinations and the crossovers around the 0 degree, the step over the celestial equator, because special energies emerges at this time, bringing special life events. Because special energies emerges at this time, bringing special life events. In the case of Uranus, the intention to change everything will be intensifying in the collective levels as well. And both the Saturn and the Uranus are moving upwards this year. And next year, the Saturn will reach the celestial equator in 2026, and the Uranus will reach the extreme declination peak point in 2031. If you want to be self-conscious, you have to use the effects of the celestial wanderers as helpers. That means you should recognize their energies in yourself and do your best in your life, because the time is that the Saturn gives us as a biggest gift during a life, so it would be shame to waste it. Thank you for watching. If you would like to watch more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day. See you next time.